Of season 2 of the Mayans, Camazotz. Somebody commented this is Mr. Mayhem in Spanish. I'm not going to bother my arse checking. I'm just going to take your guys' words for it. But we kick off the episode. Santa Padre are in Stockton because Medina ate a dirty cop bullet last time out. He's dead. The Sergeant at Arms of Stockton. Turns out his sponsor was actually Bishop, so that's why the whole charter of Santa Padre is greeting about this. But they'll come to the conclusion that Santa Padre will deal with it because Stockton want total deniability. But see, by the time the end of the episode comes around, that is a load of pish.
Yeah, a bit of a flaw here on the story, the writing of this episode. But Medina obviously loved everyone in different charters seemed to be feeling this loss. They just seemed to be popular among the club, and I mean, it didn't quite have Opie fucking feels to it, like, but I mean, this is probably the only time in Mayans where we've actually seen a member of a club die and there'd be like a wake.
Yeah, like even with Riz, it was just
didn't get much, did he?
No, don't remember anything with Riz.
Whereas we actually seen Medina here on his coffin and people were like, putting in things. And I guess it was a wee bit similar to Opie, but only on a much smaller scale.
We only knew the guy about 3 episodes ago.
Yes, but no, to speak about the total deniability thing, Oscar wants to get the revenge himself. Bishop's like, no, you can't do that. It needs to be us, because Stockton needs total deniability. But yeah, come the end of the episode, spoiler alert, it's a bunch of Mayans shooting into the cop, and Oscar and a few of his club members is shooting into this guy. So I mean, how can you have total deniability but they're actually on the scene shooting this cop? To me, it's, I don't know,
very weird, guys. I don't really know what was going on here. And then, like, while they were making these decisions, there was a scene where it went silent. We weren't quite looking at the screen. We thought, has to be Felipe. Turned out it was Dita. But then the next scene was Felipe. And what's that boring bastard doing? He's meeting with Dita on the rooftops now. That's the new gimmick in this season. God, I you know what? I actually feel
that was episode 4.
Yeah, I know, but I was preparing that. Basically, I was thinking of you, Ignacio, right? But anyway, right? See, but I actually think in season 2, the club stuff is like really good.
Yeah, it is.
And,
much better than season 1.
I mean, I wouldn't say the Galindo stuff's fantastic, but I feel like with Alvarez being there and like the mercenaries and Potter, it's a lot better than like early season 1. But God, the Emily building society and Felipe and Dita, get this shit off my screen, man. If you want to talk about something that's channel changer, it's this.
Channel changing.
Channel changing, man. That's the word we're looking for. But basically, right.
Look, it's just not interesting, right? No one cares about Emily and some character that we have nothing about, and her trying to, bribe or convince this character to give them the planning permission. It's like you would never see. This was never stuff like this. Wasn't a main feature in Sons when you actually had fucking great characters involved in it. It's like Clay, I need Charming Heights to go through, Clay. I mean, it was like the odd fucking scene, and that was with Clay.
Yeah, he did that wee speech.
I mean, why would we want
like,
a shitload of
blood
scenes
money,
like for every episode with Emily and people that we don't know? And if they were planning on having like this taking up a lot of airtime, I would have rather they sacrificed one episode and just got it all over and done with.
Yeah, rather than continuously.
And at least maybe then when you're watching the Mayans back, you could just go, what, I'm going to skip this episode. But it seems to be up until at least episode 5, they've got Emily, with this whole person, the building infrastructure, planning permission, and it's crap. I mean, we don't want it. We don't need it.
That's what gets me, right? Miguel, look how rich he is. Look at all this drug running, and they're in bed with the rebels. Why the fuck did they need this?
Yeah,
I'll tell you why they need it, right? Because they need to shoehorn Emily into the story. Garbage. That's why they need it. But back to Miguel. Potter shows up. Basically says, right, you're coming on a ride with me. Alvarez says, I come with. And then Potter goes, no. And then Miguel basically pleads with Potter, can I say goodbye to my wife?
I mean, this is the Glendo. This is the cartel leader. She'd just be like, I'm fucking going to speak to my wife. Use a wait on me. Like, you know what I mean? Why is he asking Potter for permission?
I know, it's
Can I at least tell my wife when I'll be back, please, Mr. Potter?
Yeah, and then basically they go in like a 6-hour car ride across the border they show him this like new political figure in Mexico, and it's like, fuck me, Miguel. He probably feels like his time's wasted. I feel like my time's
what was the
wasted
point?
watching.
What was the point? That's right. He gets there. There's a bunch of kids like singing a choir, fucking, whatever. And then we have Mayo Mistra, whatever she's called through the strain. She's the Mexican, the new it thing, I guess, in Mexico, the new leader rising to power. And it's like, seriously, could Potter just not got a laptop and turned it around and said, "Here, Miguel, look at this"?
I know.
I mean, did Miguel really have to fucking spend an entire day driving like 6 hours to this and then 6 hours back just to see this in person? I mean, what did he see? He seen a bunch of kids singing and a woman giving a speech. That is it.
Literally.
No, how can you just? I mean, how is this a good scene? I just don't.
And it's not even just this scene. Like there was like a good like 5 to like 8 minutes of them like driving in the car talking about, oh, that Spanish you learned wasn't in school. You know what I mean? Oh, that shite. It's like, what's going on here? Nobody knows. But yeah, that just basically covered everything outside the club, I believe. So we take it back to the club. Basically, they come up with this plan, right? We'll use Hope as the bait to lure these 2 dirty cops in. But then she's basically getting like withdrawal symptoms. She's freaking out. Oh, which one of you is my friend? Where's Oscar? Basically says, boom, my name's Easy. And, yeah, my name's Ezekiel. And I'm his big brother.
And like,
Coco.
I mean, I get she's a drug addict, right? And she might be like, freaking out. But honestly, I why would you not feel safer next to at least some of these club members? Easy's a nice guy. Like, I mean, I could imagine Oscar being an arsehole.
Oh.
Could you think
He
Oscar...
was in Sons, not in this. For some reason in Mayans, he's not really as much as an arsehole. I don't know. I feel like in Sons he came across as like really sleek it.
Yeah, well, we'll
like,
see.
especially when he's speaking to Nero and shit. I don't know, he just really did. But yeah, the master plan here, right? We'll lure these in, and no, it gets me about this, right? It's like, see the way she's like, oh, the phone's in here. Oh, the phone is in this abandoned apartment block that I'm leading you two into. Like, is it not so fucking obvious this was always going to go wrong?
Yep.
Like, we are on a...
Obviously a trap here.
Yeah, it's so fucking obvious. The fact they're 2 cops, albeit they all seem like they're drinking and they're wasters, right? They should practically be aware of this, even though only one of them shows up. But it's like, we're on a street that's derelict. Why couldn't the Mayans, as soon as this car pulled up and they got out, even though it was only one guy got out, show up in, like, black hoodies and, like, balaclavas and attack them? You know what I mean?
I get it, yep.
Like, it's so fucking stupid. And then they're sitting inside this, like, derelict building with all their patches on. And then basically Bishop explains, oh, he used to be a Navy sniper, so you move. And then he does move, he gives them hope, and then what he did, we didn't shoot him like that, so boom. We move on, master plan, right? Give us the other guy's address, because he's the real guy that killed Medina. Meanwhile, back in that guy's house, turns out it's his mom's house. He's watching a Trump rally on the TV, of course. They've got a wing at it.
I mean, that just served no purpose whatsoever. Other than, oh, here's a racist white guy supports Trump. Hates the Mexicans. I mean, that's what that was.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I mean, and this was a funny scene where, like, they end up killing them all and then end up kidnapping him, essentially. But it's like, the entire club here, besides what Riz and Creeper, I believe, wasn't there? Like, they never get jobbed out by some fat old woman and one guy with a gun who doesn't even use the gun.
Yeah, I just don't get it.
And then Hope comes in and she ends up getting choked and Coco kills the fat.
Look at the finale, right, of season 1. Clay sends 3 guys, to kill that, the person that seen Bobby shoot, what's his name?
Hefner?
Aye.
Yeah.
Was that his name, Hefner?
Yeah, Hefner.
Yeah, I mean,
Porter
Clay
Hefner.
sends 3 guys.
Bernard Hefner?
And they take care of it's supposed to be like all special agents that are guarding the house. And they take care of it, no problem. Yet the entire club goes here to take care of one fucking cop.
Yeah, they put 2 cops in the boot, they take care of the agents, and then they could easily kill her.
And that was just 3 people. Yeah, the entire club goes here and they can't handle...
It's a fucking
they can
shit
barely
show.
handle one
All
guy.
8 of them. Like, why was 8 of them required to go through the back door for one guy?
surely you'd split it up. Like, wouldn't you? You'd have a couple go through the
Because
back.
right,
And
the whole gimmick
you'd
is
have
here.
a couple waiting at the
Yeah,
front.
the whole point is here. They thought his mom was out the country and he'd be in this house alone.
See when,
so why did they need 8 guys to go through the back door?
See when he heard that ruckus going on in the house, he realistically could have just ran.
I know.
And they weren't going to stop him. They didn't see him. They were too busy coming through the back door. Probably Taz's idea to go through the back door.
Fucking probably. So easily could have lost a few members here out of fucking pure stupidity. Gilly ends up getting stabbed by them all. And then, yeah, guys, we basically get the ending here. They kill the cop, like we said earlier. So stupid, because, we want total deniability, but yet we'll come in at the end. Alright, then they work a deal with the other cop who gave up the worst cop. And then we get Medina's funeral. We see a grim bastard there, wasn't anyone of any relevance. But that's what gets me. So, the grim bastards didn't fold after T.O.
I guess not.
We're just a couple of black guys on bikes.
Maybe Clay got resurrected and he kicked T.O. at the club.
Maybe that's what happened.
Maybe Chip's a secret racist.
Damn, secret, damn. Thomas' son's so happy and Quinn were there. Happy, paying his respects, and then what happens? The Reyes brothers, they head to Charmin, they go past the wee JT mural.
Like, I get it. See when people say, we don't want... This is a new show. We can't just turn it into Sons of Anarchy 2.0. I totally get that. But if you're gonna have like Sons of Anarchy the club and stuff feature in the show, why can't you use members that weren't predominantly featured in Sons of Anarchy, like Tio, for example? We've never seen him as a member of the Sons, apart from a scene where there's music playing and the camera just goes back past him while he's sitting there.
Come join the murder.
You know what I mean? So, like, why not? I mean, this is a good time now to develop Tio's character. Plus, with this being a Mexican show and every single writer on the team being a big, massive fucking lefty, I mean, I'm sure they would love to get another black guy in there, another person of colour, so it would make perfect sense to cast Tio in a role. I mean, why do you need Quinn, a big white guy with a beard, when you can have a black guy on a Harley? So, I mean, it just makes more sense. Plus, I always thought Happy looked more like one of these guys, to be honest, but, I mean, that's us.
I don't know where the fuck you got that from.
You don't think so, no?
No.
I think him and Juice definitely look like they could be
Mayans?
riding the Mayan bikes, like, but
Juice is fucking black, apparently.
Right, well, looks more Mayan to me. Hispanic.
Like, that's what gets me. I don't know. I mean, totally off topic. Like, but see with Juice, it's like, he's a fucking retard.
Who is that guy saying there's no such thing as Hispanics, it's Spanish people? Mexicans are Spanish? You have an argument with some member? You don't remember.
Was it a Mayan fed?
I don't know, maybe Jack or something, I don't know.
He said Tavernier.
He's Spanish?
Yeah, he's closer to being Hispanic than he is being black.
Wow.
That sums up the people who comment on our feeds, but yeah. And then, how's the episode ends? The Reyes brothers hold Happy at gunpoint, so how's episode 4 gonna kick off? But anyway, guys, I like this episode a lot. I feel like, I mean, obviously we did mention like the whole deniability thing, but maybe you could say since they struck a deal with that other cop, they didn't need deniability. That's the only thing I could.
Deniability, mate. Right? See, when you learn to speak English, our videos will be processing a lot better.
Deniability? What?
That's not what you said, mate.
What did I say then?
I don't know, but it wasn't that.
I said deniability.
Anyway, you skipped the whole scene where the cop comes in the window. So the cop comes back through the front door. He's about to get in a shootout with the Mayans, which doesn't really seem sensible to me. I mean, there's one of him and 8 of them. Then he kind of like he's going to put his gun down and he's like admitting defeat, and he must know that these guys are going to kill him. So I thought it was a bit strange that he was willing to surrender. And then the next minute, Hope from behind smashes him over the head with a phase. The police officer's mother is like freaking out. You think it's because her son's just been cracked over the head with a phase, but it turns out it's because it's her best piece. She starts choking Hope, strangling her, and then Coco, who apparently didn't come through the back door because he's not a bender like Taza, he came through the front door like most guys.
Because he's in the car.
And he's in the car, and he just point blank shoots the police officer's mother in the head. Some of the Mayans ain't happy with that. Bishop says, I'm getting bored with that. It would have been better if Chucky was just there for some reason. I accept that, but I mean, I guess plot
Go,
purposes.
go, go, go. I accept it.
Yeah, and then towards the end, like I said, all the Mayans just they hang this guy upside down. He wakes up, he sees Steve Miller, and then the Mayans are about 8, 9, 10 of them, and they just like unload clips into him. And there's 3 Stockton people there, including Oscar. So apparently they need it full deniability. Yet 3 of them shoot him anyway. So I don't know.
Stupid as fuck, guys. Stupid as fuck. But I like this episode a lot. I felt like it featured the club heavily. But besides that, Emily was pish. Miguel went on a goose chase that went nowhere. And Dita and Felipe had a phone call. So on that note, you know what? I'm going to give it a 7. But if the other stuff that was bad was actually good, it could have really did better, like 8 or 9. I liked it. I liked the club stuff. I liked the fact that it was like a major cliffhanger at the end. We're happy and shit. So yeah, I'll give it a 7. What do you gain it?
I mean, again, I did like it, but the other stuff takes away from it, doesn't it? I mean, Miguel driving just to essentially listen to some kid. I mean, see when Miguel gets there, it's like, I hope you didn't bring me all this way just to listen to some kids singing. And that's actually essentially what it was like. I mean, he's not saying that as a, oh no, there's something more important here. There literally wasn't. I mean, the kids stopped singing, and then the Mexican woman, you know, gave her speech, and that was pretty much all that happened there. I'll get a 7. Potentially could have been higher if there was less Galindo shit and less Emily shit. Cause,
oh hell yeah!
You know what? The club involvement was good, but no, I'll give it a 7. And I mean, definitely season 2 is better than season 1, like 100%. I know we're only 3 episodes in here, but I mean, I think season 2 is a lot better than season 1.
Damn right. I feel like season 1 is just so fucking lackluster.
Yeah,
so lackluster, guys. I mean, I just feel like season 2, the club gets better and other stuff in general is better. But anyway, guys, until next time. Peace.